Good evening, side friends. Admitted, man. Coming back at you again from Walker's Music. Yet another word for the day. Matter of fact, it's the Friday night edition of the other word for the day. And I just like to say, we give God all the praise as usual and all the glory and honor for life, health, and strength for as well as it is. And we can't thank God for each and every one of you disciple friends. You know who we are. As you see in the title of my video, it said we need to turn back to God. Matter of fact, I had on a Bible study on last evening. We talked extensively on this here, and me and Sister Adrienne and Sister Tina Seeley, we all was in there. We had one of our regulars, and Sister Siobhan, she had work, so she wasn't able to be in the lobby on last night inside the study, but we did have a very, very interesting study. And as the sister was saying, Sister Adrienne made a very, very good, powerful point about how people fell so far away from the original plan. In other words, I've always said that we need to go back to the basics. 2 Chronicles 7:14 tell us plain as day, God said, if my people who are called by my name, if we would humble ourselves and pray, seek his face, and turn from our wicked ways, that he would heal the land. People, I had revival meeting tonight, and matter of fact at New Salem, and we were happy to see our friend, brother, Reverend Ernell Wilburn. Hadn't seen him in a good little while. His wife, which is my cousin Gloria, and but we was talking that same thing, talking as well. Matter of fact, Ernell's text tonight was we're pressing toward the prize. We fight for the prize. We're working toward that prize. In other words, we all on the battlefield. We say we're going to work for Christ. We need to put our all into it. And this evening I was listening to some of my favorite ministers and teachers of the gospel. Matter of fact, one of my favorite rabbis, Rabbi Jonathan Cahn. He's famous for the Harbinger and Shemitah, the books on that, and Mark Biltz on the one with the 4 blood moons, and we had also Bill Silas. Those three of my favorite teachers. Matter of fact, hosted by Perry Stone, another noted, very noted and notarized prophet teacher, a prophecy teacher. People, we seem to be a lot of worration going on, and people being worried about the things that they think that might happen. But I feel the difference. I'm not worried about what may happen, because of the fact that I know that God has always taken care of his people in all calamity. When all hell was breaking loose everywhere else, God took care of his people. And I still believe that that's going to be the same pattern. Now, we don't know exactly what to expect in these oncoming weeks and months. We still have the last blood moon to happen on September the 28th of this year, which will be Feast of Tabernacles. And we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but we know there's a lot of things that's going on that's tied up in this last tetrad. According to Rabbi Jonathan Cahn, it's not only is the super blood moon, but he was making certain that we understand that it is also a Shemitah. This is a Sabbath year. And not only that, it is a Jew going into a Jubilee, which is a super Shemitah, so to speak. And this will not happen again in this here fashion for another 500 years. People, none of us will be here, even if the world stands as it is, which I don't believe it. I believe Jesus is going to set up his kingdom very soon. I can't. No man knows the day and the hour. Jesus told us that, but he said you can't know when it is near. And people just look at the signs. All of these things are happening at once now. That's the very sign that Jesus told us to look for. He didn't say that they was going to happen. He said, but all of them were going to be happening at one time. And if you look at our society, everything is happening at one time. But we don't have to worry. And I still say that, just as the title of my video, We just need to turn back to God. And I'm praying. I am really praying that America be one of the nations that turn back to God. We were founded. We are so related to the nation of Israel until it's not funny, because of the fact that our country was based on the Torah. Our country was founded on the Torah, which is the Jewish law, and the Psalms, as well as the prophets. In other words, our country was based on all those promises, those premises that we made when this country was being founded in its infancy. This is what it was based on, the Ten Commandments. Our whole written law is based on the Ten Commandments. So we are accountable to God. We have received the blessings of God. We are accountable to God. And I do believe that if I'm talking about the nation of Israel as well, we all need to turn back to God. Simple as that. And then God will move in the land. That's his promise. That's what he told us in 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people who call by my name will humble themselves, pray, seek his face, turn from their wicked ways, he will come and heal the land. That's God. And God always keeps his word. We just don't keep ours. But nevertheless, people, in these coming months and stuff, there are going to be some changes. And everybody you need to have your heart fixed. See, I don't know about nobody else, but I'm going to say like our sister said last night, Sister Adrienne. My heart is fixed and my mind is already made up. Regardless of what happens, I'm going to stay with the Lord, period. I'm going to stay with, no matter, if I have to suffer, I'm going to stay. And if I don't suffer, I'm going to still stay. My chances are much better with the Lord than without him. So, and I behoove everybody else to be the same and take the same kind of mind and forget about all this foolishness and go on to do what's right. Turn back to God. That's the only answer, people. Really, that is the only answer for everybody, every nation, every person, man, woman, boy, and girl, is to turn back to God. Point blank. I'm not talking about being perfect, because you're never going to be that. You're never going to be perfect. But we need to turn back to God. I know I got a lot of mess in me. I know I make a lot of mistakes, and I have made them, making them now, and if I live in the future, I'm going to make some more. But that's not based on what I do. I'm saved by the grace of God, and I'm going to keep my face on him. Regardless of what I do, if I make a mistake and I mess up, I'm going to fall down. I'm just going to get back up, but brush myself off and keep on going. And it behooves you to do the same thing. Stop worrying about the other fella. Like my grandmama always used to tell us as children. Don't worry about the other fella. You just do what you're supposed to do. In other words, people, whatever you get into, God not in it, come out of it. It's because it's going to come to nothing. We thank God for the Bible study, and we feel it's going to get even better. I got some things that I'm going to share with the Bible study, not at this point in time, but a little bit later on. Y'all just keep your ears tuned for it, because I'm going to come out with it very, very soon. With that being said, whatever you get into, God ain't in it, stay out of it. Come out of it. It's the Minute Man saying peace. Have a great weekend. Watch out for yourself out there, because the life you save may very well be your own. Remember that. You got a lot of fools out there. They don't care to take you out and take 10 or 15 people with them. They don't care. Remember, keep yourself aware of your surroundings. When you're out at the mall, when you're at these, wherever you go, especially in crowds, be aware of your surroundings, because you got devils everywhere. Remember that. This Minute Man saying peace. Good night.